Hello, how you doing? I'm going to talk to you today about lentils and lasagna soup. Now, lentil beans is an old food. It's back in Genesis, I think they say that's what Esau sold his birthright for is lentil soup. And even today, people in certain parts of Africa and India eat lentils. They grow them and they just eat them. Lentils is it makes its own gravy. If you boil lentils in boiling water, it only takes like 15 to 30 minutes to cook. They're really delicious and they're very savory. Like I said, it makes its own gravy. You can put any type of spices in the lentils. You can use those spice packages. Now, I tried putting salsa in mine. It was still good. I think there is a recipe on YouTube where you can make lentils as a snack. You boil it and then you put it in a food processor. So now you have something like a flour. And then you cook it, you boil all the water out, and you have a snack. Um, you have a biscuit or something. But anyway, I made something like a lentil cookie. Okay. I personally think that they are delicious. You can also put onion in the lentils and so on. I think those are very good. I think it's better than eating potato chips and less calorie dense than potato chips. And they are filling. Now, lasagna, so you can make it into a crunchy cookie or some type of stick, like those little potato sticks you get at the grocery stores. Now, lasagna soup, that is delicious. That is savory. Now, what I did was take 2 cans of tomato soup with the spices in it, with the basil, and then I took another can of stewed tomatoes with the basil and the garlic in, so it already has spices. But so that's what I use for the soup. But first, I took some ground turkey and I made a little bit of meatballs, but I just ground it and let it cook. You can add onions if you want to. And then I added that turkey sausage. I sliced that into small pieces, so I let that cook. And you can add onions or whatever you want to it. And then I took about 3 or 4 of those lasagna noodles, put them in boiling water. You don't want to overcook that because they got to cook again in the soup. So you want to get the noodles to the point where they're just pliable. So you take the noodles out and you cut them into bite-sized pieces, just small bite-sized pieces. Okay, so you got the meat, you got the smoked turkey, you got the turkey, ground turkey, you got the turkey sausage, and then you put that tomato soup in it and those stewed tomatoes with the spices in it. Then, like I said, at this point, you can add other things. You can add garlic, you can add onions, things of that nature. You can add your own spices. And then the last thing you add are the noodles, the bite-sized pieces of noodles. And it is really one of the most delicious soups ever, and it is savory. If you have 2 people in the house, the whole pot, it makes a huge pot this big. It makes a huge pot. It will last you about 3 or 4 days. If you have children, it will probably last you about 2 or 3 days. It's just that thick and it's just that savory. So those are the 2 I recommend. Lentils. Now, I don't eat beans. I don't like beans. But lentil technically is a bean or a pea or something. I guess it's a pea. Okay. But I don't eat beans, but lentils is one of the few that I do eat. And so those are the 2 recipes I do recommend. Lentils and lasagna soup. Have a nice day.